I've been working on making these signs right here for the past couple of weeks. I've had to make a few for some people. So what I've done is I've made a website that you can go to right here. If that's all you care about, just go to that link. But if you follow my Patreon and you subscribe to the higher tier, or you're just a maker yourself, stick around and watch the video because I've got some announcements for basically anyone who 3D prints right at the end. I've seen people make these multiple ways by using SVGs within Bambu Studio or other slicers, or just using the text tool in slicers. There are even some image to 3D or STL converters, but there's no just easy tool to make these types of things. So that's exactly what I've done. I've made them so you can wall mount them. I've made them so you can just make them desk stands, no matter the text, so they still stand up. And that's what I want to go through in this video. It's going to show you the process of how you could do it absolutely free, and some other cool things that you can make along the way. I know there is a creator called Maisie Makes, and she makes this type of thing, but the tutorial that I think she made years ago that uses like an SVG AI converter, which now costs money, and there's no good way to make things like this, things that people would actually use 3D printing for around their home. You can sell these, you could give them to your teachers, stuff like that. They're just good gifts, simple, low cost in filament, and there's just a lot you can do with it. Probably the most personalizable thing is people's names, door signs, stuff like that. I just wanted to acknowledge Maisie as if like I wasn't the one who came up with this idea. I also haven't made a video in ages because the UK's had a heat wave and it's been 40 degrees in my office and I'm not sitting through that. So I've had a lot of prints and orders to do. So I've been doing those, and now as long as my office stops being the temperature of a volcano, you will be getting more uploads. So when you go to 3dprint.name, that's the whole website, just www. You don't need to put that, 3dprint.name. You'll come to this page. It'll probably look fairly similar no matter when you're going on there, but we do plan on adding more features, so feel free to send us a message on almost any platform, or just go to the contact page, send us an email, either one. But you can literally just click start designing or browse from templates, so teacher desk name, child bedroom sign, gamer tags, stuff like that. I've tried to include pretty much everything I could think of, and there'll be more as more features along the way. There are some more features in development. You might have seen pricing just then, and basically we don't limit anything that is going to limit you from what you actually want to do. You can do unlimited exports, all the models. You can use the built-in fonts and templates. Basically, the only things that we charge for are the things that actually would cost us more money. So colored through MF exports puts more service stress. Split by STL by color pack, that's just a nice to have, but again, like you can easily split that in a model. Same as colored through MF exports. It's so easy to color in Bambu. Custom colors, you'll see what that means in a second. So it just means rather than clicking our red, you could change it and add your own red, but as long as you know what the red is. Upload your own fonts means we'd have to store fonts. Bulk generate names, again, that's more server bandwidth, more server resources needed. So, and cloud project saving, goes without saying, but unlimited exports is for everybody. Unless, if you're a commercial tier Patreon on our Patreon, link in description, you get this for free. You get the premium for free. So you just go to your account, click the Patreon button, which is here, sync it, well, it'll say sign up, but I've already signed in, even though I'm not a member to my own Patreon. But you just do that and you would just get premium. But I also wanted to say, and I will say more at the end, there are more things you'll have access to. I'll show you more towards the end of the video that you'll get for free if you are a commercial Patreon as well. So free, but it's mainly just like an added benefit to being one of our commercial Patreons, along with the stuff that you already get on Patreon as is. So let's go straight into start designing. You can see here, this is the sign that I had by the side of me at the beginning of the video. And the left is basically the layers. So you can see Mr. is at the top and Parry's at the bottom. So this is where you would edit the individual layers. Whereas if you wanted to put another text layer, they go in order. So if you wanted to put this text higher, then it would be higher. It's fairly self-explanatory. I've tried to make it as simple as I possibly can. And then there are also shapes that you can add. We'll add custom shapes, I think, in the future. And then just some more default shapes as well. For say, we've obviously knocked out of alignment for Mr. now. It's not exactly where it would be. So you can choose the size of it. So that would look fairly nice. But say you wanted it just a little bit further over, left, up, and down. Obviously, it wouldn't make sense to overlap it, but you're in full control of it. And when they export, this is how it would export exactly how you'd see it. You can choose the general alignment, but that would really only matter if you were doing multiple lines of text within one block itself. We've included some fonts, some fairly popular fonts, and there is a tip that I'll put. So say Parry here is spelled in all caps, there's a reason, because if I put P-A-R-R-Y, which is my last name, the Y would be at the bottom, so when you place it on a table, it'd be wonky. So capitalizing everything does help. But you can also, on the right-hand side, go here and do base enabled, which would just put a base on the print, so no matter how it was, you could make it so that it did stand. So if I do Parry like this, you'd see it would go on the base. You can still move the text around, so it's a little bit higher if you wanted to, still move it, and you can choose the base depth, height, stuff like that. So I'll turn that off because I kind of like it when the text just fits by itself. If you want to change the color, this just changes the actual text color itself. The only thing we haven't done is the backing color is just the same for all of the text, because that would cost a lot to print. So if you want to do that, you'd have to do that manually in your slicer itself. You can choose how far the text comes off the print. There is a default, and bevel and chamfer, which is a bit janky. It's a bit janky on all of it at the moment, but we're working on it. It's a bit of a pain. So let's make an entirely different one. So we go 3D. So I wanted 3D Printland, and actually I want this to be here, and I want these both to be together. So even though they're two separate layers and actually technically print is below, you can still put them on the same line, but you could also have the text in two different colors then, rather than just putting 3D print on one layer itself. That was what we basically aimed to do. But then I want land to be a lot bigger now, kind of match the size of this. Maybe I want the 3D to be a little bit bigger and moved over to... There we go. So, I mean, not great, but let's say how we wanted it. Halo offset, so you can make it just a little bit chunky around the borders, just so it all looks like it's fitting in one cohesive model. And then you can choose your printer bed size as well. There's just some generic ones here, the most common ones, and it'll just let you know whether this fits on your bed. Doesn't really matter because you can scale it within the slicer itself, but at least you know what you're getting straight away. And for this, you'd see we wouldn't actually need a base, but say we could make the thickness overall just a little bit more, so we know it has 15.5 mils worth of base, just so you know it would actually sit down properly on a desk or on a wall, and it would look nice. And you can see there is a material estimate right here, but just don't go by this. The engine that I'm using to figure that out is not actually accurate. It's not super far off, but we'll check now. So I'll export this as a colored 3MF, and we'll open it in Bambu Studio and have a look. It's a bit cut off at the moment because I have an ultra-wide monitor, but if you have a look in Bambu Studio, it'll kind of match the colors for you. So you click OK. And there we go. So this will be default on my P1S. Change all these to PLA high speeds. There we go. So the actual grams I'd be using is 90 grams, and it would take 3 hours to print. So very far off what we were estimating here. We'll fix it. It's just there for now. We're going to work on it. It's basically on a much slower machine, and it thinks it's going to be way more dense than it actually is. So this is 15% gyroid infill, and it definitely would not need any more than that. There we go, you can see that works. Just a couple more features I want to show you. So you can save it, and it'll save as a .json file, which is just all the settings in one readable file, because then you could just load it up then. So if you wanted to save a bunch of these as templates and you don't want to pay for premium to have the cloud storage, then you just go ahead and load it whenever you want. Call it something better than just name sign, just so you know what you're saving. Whereas if you wanted to save this current project to the cloud, then you could, if you were part of either the commercial Patreon or you were signed up for the $2.99 a month pro version. You'll see, if I click wall here, it will give you, I'll give it to a different backing so you can see it properly. It'll give you little hooks that you'll be able to slide a screw into and actually hook it onto your wall. Let's change the 3D Printland text, and maybe you want the background to be yellow. It's gross, but it would give you a wall mountable version. You can also do it as a plaque, So if you wanted to just double back tape it, and you can change the border of the plaque then separately to the actual backing, just to have a nice little border on it. And you just stick this to, I don't know, almost anything. I do things like this for like my storage containers, my bins at home, just so I know what's going in there. And you'll be able to do that way. Or if you wanted a keyring, it'll automatically add the loop for you. And you can also choose top center, straight in the middle, left, right, top left, which is just the standard then. But you can basically put it wherever you want, choose the thickness, hole diameter. Yeah, I think it kind of matches the backing thickness anyway, and you can just do it that way. And as we go and as we hear from other people, we'll add other types of modes and sign formats that other people want. These are just the ones that I could think of, and probably the most common one is just going to be the desk stand or the wall mount anyway. Say you wanted to just make like some generic keyrings, you just wanted to do generic black and white, loads of names. You could have, probably not in capitals like that, like David, Leo, Samantha, and James. And say you wanted to replace 3D, like what we've got in here. So it could be David Printland, Leo Printland, and just generate all 4 at once, and it would just download them all for you. If you don't pay for premium, you're just going to get the STL version, which honestly, very easy to work with either way. I'll open that now. And there you go. This is how it's just going to arrive in Bambu Studio, but it'll take you seconds to actually color it in. So you just go onto the generic fill, find 3D Printland. Obviously you'd have to do all the edges, but it wouldn't take you that long overall to just fill that in. So you're paying for a convenience, not an actual feature lock. And what you could do if you wanted the whole front piece just one color, just do a height range. You're pretty much gonna do it all in one fell swoop. There you go. 3D Printland. Easy 2 colors. There you go. And you can still do it. You're not actually limited. Even if you only had a 1 color printer, you don't have to do it the split STL way. You could just pause your printer up until a certain height and then swap out the filament. So you could do it like this. So that's that. They'll be linked in the description, along with 2 other things. I want to show you 3D price tag, which I've already talked about before. So if you don't know how to price your 3D prints for when you're selling them, have a look at this. It's available for Android, web, or you could just use the web version on iPhone. We're working on the whole iOS thing at the moment, but it's a bit of pain in the ass for development compared to Android and web in general. This site basically allows you to make sure you're pricing your 3D prints with profit in mind. There's a lot of things people don't think about, and allows you to send it to your customers so they can see like a full breakdown of what you're actually charging for. Because whilst 3D printing is cheap, it's so easy to underprice yourself where you're not thinking about the electricity and your time. So have a look at that. That's completely free, and you do get premium now if you are a commercial Patreon. That is my goal with Patreon, so you're not just going to get my lack of updates that I don't post very often, but you'll hear about things. People on Patreon found out about 3D Print Name over a week ago now, before this video is even live, and they've been able to use it, give some feedback, and so on. But they also get the premium version. Same with 3D price tag. Now, there is one more thing that I am working on, but it's way too early for it to really be judged. You can download the beta, and that is 3dprint.farm. So if you go there, I'm building my own farm software. It's mainly designed to work for me and my friends, but it will be available to everybody. Everybody can have their feedback. And likewise, you will get a tier for free if you are part of our commercial Patreon membership. So I'll show you it here just a little bit now. This is the website. You can go here and have a look as it is updated, and there is a mobile companion app as well. So as long as you have it downloaded on your computer and running, that'll actually stream to your phone wherever you are, as long as you're a pro member, because it has to go through a relay on our own servers. So here is the dashboard. I don't want to show you too much because I don't want to show like the orders and stuff off, but you can see just a general overview of your dashboard. I'm not going to click the orders button. You can see all of your printers in one place. So you can see everything. I've got 9 printers, and how many are running? 4 printers currently, with 1 with an error, which is amazing. That just means my AMS is broken for some reason. Click camera view and it'll load all the cameras for the printers that support it. My second Bambu printer, camera's been broken since the day I bought it, so this one doesn't show up. But you can see them all right here. go back to the overview, click view more details. You can do some controlling and add an external camera, add some notes, stuff like that, set up print runs and their capabilities, whether they're printers that are able to print multiple colors, multiple materials. And then when an order comes in, you can assign certain orders to stuff like that. There's general analytics, just you can see your stores, your printers, just a general overview of the last month, 24 hours. And then workshop mode, where you can click full screen and it'll just show you all of your fleet on like one TV view. Could be really useful for like actual studios, workshops where there are multiple people in. They just want to see what printers are done, when's the next one going to be done, what printers are available, stuff like that. Really bad timing to be doing this because I know Joel of 3D Printing Nerd has just released his open source version, but I promise you, we started working on this before. It took me ages to get the domain name. To get 3dprint.farm was something I'd been looking for a long time. Finally convinced the seller to actually sell it. But we got loads of integrations. We got Shopify, eBay, WooCommerce, Squarespace, TikTok Shop, SeekMake, Etsy, and Wix. So hopefully if you're selling somewhere on a corner of the internet, you can sync all of your orders up with this, and same with the printers. We got Bamboo, Prusa, Octoprint, Clipper / Moonraker, Elegoo, and Creality, which is Clipper anyway, and more in the future as I get more people to test it with their printers that I don't have or can't test myself. But go ahead and check that out. It's very, very much in beta, so if you find something that's broken, chances are I know. Let me know anyway, and maybe I'll reward you with Premium or Pro, depending on how much help you are, whether you get that for lifetime, month, or whatever. So, bit of a talking ahead video, but I appreciate you watching. Make sure you check out the links down in the description. Got a cool video coming up soon. We've got a lot of cool videos coming up soon, but I'm hoping by next Friday, you'll see a good video, and the week after that, or the video after that at the very least, I'm hoping is one of our best videos yet. I've been working on it for far too long. Just with the heat wave, I couldn't. So thanks for watching. Make sure you stick around, subscribe, like, all of that. Let me know what you think about the products in the description. Have a little conversation in the comments. See you next time. Bye.